Well, mate, how was your... Did you catch many fish over the weekend? Or?
Oh, plenty. Yeah, plenty. It was absolutely swimming with fish where we were. It was a massive haul. Massive haul. Braved terrible conditions. Just a group of men, doing manly stuff. Yeah. Your tagline might be curious, drifters. Mine is, be a man, drifters.
Be brave.
Yeah, be brave, yeah. Show courage. Punt with conviction.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that all of you just got like the fish and chips at the pub or something?
Yeah. Drifters. Your boy was supposed to be deep sea fishing on Saturday off Rainbow Beach near Double Island. But unfortunately, the weather didn't allow us to do that. So that was a bit of a shame, but where it doesn't rain, where there isn't a massive swell inside the TAB.
Did you stick around to watch the railway stakes?
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah. Well, that was a hell of a session.
It was a session, mate.
Yeah, right.
We rolled in. We were there before the first at Cranbourne.
Oh, damn.
The first at Cranbourne was at 11:20 a.m, mate.
Crikey. Did you see that up-and-coming 2-year-old or 3-year-old from New Zealand? I forget what its name is. From Te Akau, of course. It started like $1.20.
Yeah.
Don't know if it won. Let me have a look. Anyway, you keep talking.
So, yeah, we just, unfortunately spent the day responsibly punting on horses.
Could be worse.
It could be worse. It was a roofer day. There is not many things in life that are better than sitting at a TAB for about 8 hours and just punting on horses with the boys. Like, I was just sitting there, I was basking in all its glory. I was like, this is just phenomenal, isn't it? I love it. I love horse racing so much. I cannot even begin to describe to you how much I love it.
Yeah.
That's my piece.
Even when, it could be argued that like we could give it a spell.
If we could.
But still, when the whips are cracking...
I was whipping a few home yesterday.
Yeah.
In benchmark 70s.
Yeah, of course you were. Return to Conquer was the horse I was thinking of from Te Akau. It was a listed 2-year-old race over 1,100 metres, won by 2.5 lengths, leg in the air. Trolling. Super. Yeah. I don't think it'll be long before when Te Akau have a really smart one, they'll bring it over for our features in the autumn.
Yep.
Because we haven't really seen that yet.
No.
I suppose it's like they just win everything over there. May as well. Long may it continue.
Well, apparently that filly that won on New Zealand Cup Day, the Group 1, I think
Josh Parr was riding?
Yeah, I think it actually might be called the 1,000 Guineas over there. Apparently they're going to bring it over for the autumn.
Nice.
To contest the good 3-year-old fillies races. Yeah, but you're right. They don't really test the waters over here too much. Like Imperatriz she would have been 5 by the time she came over here.
Yeah, and she was like, I think she even ran a long 2nd or 8th behind La Creek one day.
Yeah,
like
because she used to be a sprinter miler.
Yeah,
and then they
just showed her class, right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Put them away. So the Railway Stakes. Good to see Sox Nation win.
What happened there?
He just brain fart.
He just had a massive brain fart.
Because he's an excellent caller.
He's a really good caller.
And it loomed up and he's like, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
Imagine being the connections of Port Lockroy. Sucks.
It sucks.
You still win.
Yeah, you take the win. But even on the TAB, it had Sox Nation.
I know.
I'm like, that's not Sox Nation because that's why my money was on.
Yeah.
and I know I haven't won anything yet. But you did mention Port Lockroy.
I did. Punters.com.au put up a post basically going like Port Lockroy wins the Railway Stakes. Social media hacks. Incompetence of race calling at an all-time high. Not if you were listening to the call. Hashtag had one job. Called the wrong horse. WA Racing. Melting face. Pretty sure I heard that Sox Nation won that race. Let me tell you this, bruh. You do a better fucking job.
Yeah,
Go on. Go have a crack.
Yeah.
Because I know I couldn't fucking do it.
I couldn't do it. We were actually having a little game, like a little card game where you're calling the suits against each other. And Diamonds kicked away and Hearts just behind it. Clubs is going backwards at the moment. And that was difficult to do.
Yeah. And, because the amount of times that he gets it spot on, and I feel like we talked about this last week, they just dive on the line there.
Oh, Storyville again.
And he calls the right one home.
Yeah.
You can tell he's just had an absolute blunder, but doesn't change my reputation of it. Darren Flindell called the wrong horse home in the first.
Yeah.
And he said, I think I've got the wrong one in the frame there. So
And he's one of the best.
Matty Hill did it early this year.
Yeah.
It's just like Group 1, you obviously,
yeah.
it just
sucks.
it just sucks.
It sucks.
I've never seen one like that before.
Yeah.
Where it's just a complete and utter blunder.
Yeah.
And no one would be harder on himself than him.
Yeah, exactly.
Darren McAllister? Is that his name?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But there's
McGilvray or something?
Yeah. I notice in WA, 'cause, I don't really punt in the Wild Wild West drifters, but on occasion, when the occasion calls for it, there are a lot of yellow silks there. A lot of yellow silks. So I could understand if he mistook Port Lockroy for another horse in yellow silks, but Sox Nation did not have yellow silks. They were red, I believe. So he's just had an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
There's a weird stat going around with that race that literally every single edition since like 2007 or 2008, a horse with 53 kilos has won it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And Port Lockroy, tick, 53 kilos.
I think he's the first interstate horse. I saw the leg up. His first Eastern State horse from, 2017 or 2016 or something?
Yeah, right.
So, but his form was very good.
Yeah.
Like, 5th or 6th home in the Eagle at 100 to 1, but he ran well above his price there, obviously. I had a saver on him.
Did you?
Yeah. So, had a nice little win on him, which was nice. He was $14 when we were talking about him on Wednesday. Started at 8, so the market support was definitely there with him.
Still got his nuts as well, Port Lockroy, interestingly enough.
He's always shown talent, and I think because he was running in derbies as a 3-year-old, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
So they've kind of found out that that's not his not his cup of tea.
That's not him.
Port Lockroy, very impressive.
Yep.
Sox Nation, she 3 wide, no cover.
Yeah,
doing it tough.
Yeah.
So, but she was still only beaten 2.5 lengths.
Yeah, no, she ran well.
Yeah, light infantry man. He started $3.60.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I thought he could definitely win. I definitely thought he could win. But I was like, bros, everyone's jumping on him. He's had one win in Australia on a deck that had just been exposed to some rain. J-Mac, Long Flemington Straight, took some riding. Like Ascot, just so for me, that was, obviously after the fact drifters, toxic. But like, I didn't have a cent on him. A lot of people did though.
Yeah, well, I put Lockroy on my profiles, so you're welcome. You know what I mean? I also put Sox Nation there, and I also put Lekvart on there. She was flat, unfortunately. I'm actually checking the stewards report as we speak to see if there was anything wrong with her. Nothing. Yeah, nothing there, which is good to see. But I thought she was flat. What were your thoughts on the gong? Gringotts just absolutely brained them. It was weird. They were like 15 lengths off the fence there.
Yeah, it was weird. Gringotts brained them. And like, did I have money on him? Yes, I did. I had quite a healthy collect. I had a healthy collect on him when he won the big dance. But I'm still frustrated with the horse. Because clearly he has talent. And what is bro doing popping up in $1 million races like this? You know what I mean? Like if we didn't have this obsession with pop-up races in New South Wales, he would have taken his place in the Epsom. Would he have beaten Cheerwolf? Probably not. But it adds to the depth of the race and probably puts another 20 to 30 cents on Cheerwolf's price. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Very frustrating. I'm a fan of the horse though.
Because I'm even looking at this Epsom field, right? Like those connections, on first glance, like those connections didn't even have a runner in the field, like those exact silks. So they might have had little shares here and there. But yeah, interesting.
Yeah, but I think he's a good horse, mate. I think he's a good horse. I don't think he's a Group 1 horse, but I think he's a Group 1 handicap horse. But he's probably can't get into them now with a nice lightweight, can he?
Probably not. But that's the thing. These connections again, like Bold Bastille, they got in, they got their money, and they got the hell out.
They got out of the casino.
With him, it's the one prep that you get all your money from him.
Yeah.
Now he can run into third, into fourth in these massive prize money races, and they'll still turn over a profit easily.
Yeah. 5-year-old gelding. Well, that's what that's what you want out of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a money spinner. No, he was smart. I thought Sapati would run well. He ran third.
Yeah, he might be back.
Maybe.
Sapati. Like, not for Group 1 level, but...
That was the second time he's been over a mile.
Yeah. He had run the racehorse stuff.
Yeah.
To be fair, Gringotts probably did. Great steer by Tommy Berry.
It was.
Just finding the front and going, see, rah.
Yeah, 60 kegs.
Yeah. Like, it was tough. It was pretty tough to run on.
Yeah, it was.
At Kembla.
It was. No, he was a very smart winner. Yeah, so your boy had Gringotts. Your boy had Headwall as well. Because that horse owed me money.
$750.
$750.
Bang.
That horse owed me money.
Yeah. I had a Quinella on second and third.
You didn't chuck Headwall in?
Nah. Yeah.
Look, didn't get my trumpet out at the table because pretty much everyone else was on the eel, Barrack eel. But your boy was owed money by Nadal.
Oh, so you did jump on him?
I did.
So did I.
Yeah. But did I trumpet? No, because everyone else is on Barrack eel.
Yeah, you've done that before.
I have.
I feel like you learnt your lesson that day.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't need to teach me twice, mate. Like, take the feedback on board. Nadal got on the Travelator, mate. That was a smart win.
That was one of the most visually impressive wins I've seen for a while.
Yeah.
Like, meteorite or not.
Yeah.
He exploded like a meteorite.
Yeah, literally, bro. Bro came crashing down to earth. Exploded. Nadal retired, but this guy's on the scene. Like, that's a horse with Group 1 quality. Haven't seen the clock, haven't seen the rating. I don't know, but sometimes you just got to trust your eye.
Oh, I'm a big eye guy, but I'll put some data to you based on racing.com's sectional figures.
Yeah.
13 lengths quicker than standard. It
was a good 3, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good 4. It was a good 3 after like race 3 at Kembla.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So on base, basically 13 lengths quicker than standard for the class, for all classes rather. All classes. To the 800 metres, they went 4.5 lengths quicker. To the 800 rather. 800 to the 4, they went 6 lengths quicker, and then they went last 200 2 lengths quicker. So they've run along. I think Barrack Eel's run out of his skin. Yeah. Because he's been up there doing a lot of the donkey work near the front. And a prep, surely. He's been up since May.
Surely.
Like,
I don't think the meteorite was ever his grand final, was it?
Don't think so. Still, he got 95k in the bank. But Nadal, and we're going to touch on this later because we have to talk something like that's of some value in this in these review podcasts at this time of year. We're going to do some far too early futures markets that they're not even out, but some
Let's have a crack.
Why not? He's one of mine. Nadal for an Oakley plate.
Yeah.
I think that's his race.
He's a smart horse, mate.
Yeah.
Smart horse.
I think they want to avoid the Flemington Straight. I think he can slingshot like a Jimmy Star.
Yeah.
Similar silks. This stable's just stable these connections just in everything.
Mate, I was talking to the boys yesterday. I was like, I'm seeing these silks more than I'm seeing Godolphin silks.
That's true.
I actually am.
Yeah.
Which is just insane to me.
Mm.
Insane. No, he's a horse going places. I think there's a horse going places that won the race before as well, Wings of Song, at a big price. I jumped off Vibrant Sun to back her in the SA Oaks, and she ran fourth, I believe. And I saw her in this race.
Same.
And just like, oh, Wings of Song, interesting. And just completely glossed over it. Ended up backing Brazen Lady.
Same. I thought, to be fair, on the corner, I'm like, oh, she's going to finish last.
Yeah.
And then she really got through her gears. I'm like, hello.
Yeah. But I think Wings of Song, for her to resume with a formidable record and win first up as a 4-year-old mare like that, I love to see that.
A lot of those were battle hardened too.
Yeah. So I think the Pains have got a really smart mare. And for her to do that over that distance, I think she's one who should be aiming at those mile handicap races like a Doncaster. Like it was a bunch finish, but for her, for her to do that first up, she's only going to improve. And off a formidable record as a 3-year-old, she's one for those mare type races. I think can be a smarty. Wings of Song, really smart.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was so frustrated when she won. I was filthy, mate. I was like, I'm better than that. I should have fucking identified that. I was filthy, and the boys didn't understand it. They were just like, mate, it was a $30 pop. I'm like, I know, but like, I know this horse. I backed it, and I lost money on it, and I should have identified that. Very frustrated at myself.
What do you reckon Piscinello, who keeps pissing it in, what's his ceiling?
That was just put your cash in, take your cash out.
Lay of the day from Team Green.
Oh, it was please.
It was $2 earlier in the week, out to $3. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll turn it over.
Yeah. Let me wash my cash. Let me wash it.
$3.30 started. Huh? That was simple stuff.
Oh.
Let's not get carried away. Benchmark 78, but the thing that was coming after him, like, he was giving it 8 kilos. Like, it's a fair chunk of weight. And he was back on the inside, worst part of the track, and he still won. So, I think, he's
a black type horse.
Yeah, I think so.
He's a black type
Not getting
horse.
carried away, but like...
Yeah, but like when you got your money on.
Yeah.
You can embellish a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Drifters. No, that was a smart win by Piss. Oh, you should see some of the dross that was coming out of our mouths yesterday.
Love to hear that.
Oh, it was so good. it was so good. Piss was a good winner.
Yeah, he pissed it in.
Yeah.
I had a couple. I was texting you. I had some luck with the first half of the card at Kembla.
Yeah.
I drafted it up on Thursday Drifters, and I didn't post it. Now you might go like, oh, what a bunch of bullshit. You can check my betting slips. Had the winner at the first at Kembla. I got on 8.50, started 6.50. Had the winner in the second, Justella, at, I'm looking at $20. I got on at 17s. Had Piscinello, who pissed it in. Backed Harry's Bar, who got the run of the race, just for not good enough. But backed him at 6.50. He started at 4.50. Then had a runner for the King, Gilded Water, who looked gone.
That was jam. That was jam.
Looked gone. And then he finally picked up. Horse like this, would he be outside of like a Sydney Cup or something?
Mate, he took an age to balance up.
Yeah.
An age. And, mate, literally, the boys, we were looking in the form guide and like, the King Silks are here. What are they doing here? Have some of that. Absolute jam. And do you know what was easy? Finding Globe in the Cranbourne Cup. That was simple. Simple. Put your cash in, take it out. Thanks for coming. Easy.
Yeah, he's returned well, hasn't he?
Yeah. Absolute jam.
Yeah, I think shout out to Ethan Brown.
Yeah, he's riding well.
Yeah. Was on Nadal, and then he was on Globe, and I think he might have had another winner on the card as well. But yeah, he's done really, really well. Great to see. So yeah, all in all, not bad days racing by any means, but you know, it's kind of a lot of horses are at their ends of their prep. But yeah, let's have a look at some Group 1 racing to come. See what we can identify here. So I kind of already given this one out for the Golden Slipper, but Buffalo. 2-year-old gelding would
Called Buffalo. Get around him.
He would wreck every single party known to man, but I think he's a horse with a bit of talent. I think he'll be winning one of the lead-up races, and there'll be just the breeding industry will get so nervous.
Yeah.
So I reckon Buffalo's a smart play. He's 100 to 1. Like, you know, there's worse plays. But yeah, Buffalo in the Golden Slipper for me.
I think, you know, this isn't rocket surgery, but a horse like Aliana. Chris Waller's got Lady Shenandoah, Autumn Glow, Aliana. Do you think all of them would be going to the Surround Stakes? Geez, Aliana looks like a big track horse. Do you reckon she could go up against the boys in the Australian Guineas? What are the boys doing in the middle distance ranks right now, Daniel? Fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I reckon that's probably, it's not rocket surgery. All you drifters have probably figured that out yourself. But I think that's a bet.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
No,
Like-
that makes sense to me.
Chris Waller he's not one to kind of go away from a plan, right? But she won the Carbine Club Stakes. Like, if Autumn Glow's all good, that's probably the key factor here. If she's like, and bone chip surgery is usually pretty straightforward most of the time. So if she's recovered, she's doing well in work, she'll be targeted towards the Surround Stakes. And then he'll probably have 2 in the race, Lady Shenandoah as well. Who knows if Autumn Glow was actually going to beat Lady Shenandoah that day. Like, she absolutely brained him. So, but yeah, I think knowing Chris, he'll surely split him up. Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
That's well thought.
Yeah. Look, I think if Antino wins the Hong Kong Mile, geez, the $2.5 million on offer for the All-Star Mile looks all right. That looks all right.
We've been big supporters of, I guess, Joe Pride in the fact that he goes the traditional path. I have a feeling he might try and get this horse on his Melbourne leg just to see how he goes in the autumn. I could see him.
You could see Cheer Wolf in an All-Star Mile.
Yeah, I could see Cheer Wolf in an All-Star Mile.
It looks like a Flemington horse to me.
I don't know.
Cox Plate's different though.
Yes, very different, but it'd be nice to know if he could handle that way.
I think he can.
Yeah.
He looks like a horse who can balance up.
Yeah.
What about our sprinting handicap races? Like a Newmarket handicap down the straight. Are you thinking a filly in some red and white silks could be a Newmarket handicap horse?
Yes, mate.
Isthmus?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was the immediate one I thought of.
It makes sense to me. The daughter of Shoals.
Yeah.
She owes us nothing.
Zero.
She actually, Isthmus didn't even owe us anything prior to her racing that day, being the daughter of Shoals. She owed us nothing.
Zero.
12 to 1. 12 to 1. Didn't start that price.
She sure didn't. But that's what we tipped out.
I reckon she could be a good Newmarket handicap horse, that filly. Because if you're looking at our sprinting ranks at the moment, if you're looking at the cream of the crop, and the cream of the crop, are they that much better than Isthmus? I don't think so. Is their rating a lot higher than Isthmus's? Yeah. Yeah.
Who's the right to party in her Newmarket?
Yeah.
Could be a good one. And she has never been one of mine.
Never. Oh, actually, she has been one of mine plenty of times.
yeah,
definitely.
Never one of mine.
No.
Never.
No. So I think, if you're looking at new market handicap markets, drifters, there's 2 mares there in the same silks.
Here's one for you. We were talking about him just before. Obviously, yeah. I think the one I think I would be most confident in is Nadal in a Oakley plate.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll open up favourite for that race now, though.
Yeah,
So
probably.
if he opens up by $4, then no way.
No way.
But I'm thinking towards a Galaxy. Maybe Pistonello could piss it in there. The Galaxy can be pretty thin.
It can be thin.
Just like Sunshine and Paris should have won it this year.
Mm.
Who beat her? Oh, Zapateo.
Yeah, that hurt us deeply. What price does Without a Fight start in the Tancred Stakes?
See, that I wouldn't get interested in that because he needs it dry. If it's wet, he's
no
got
good.
no chance. So why would I invest early with a horse like that?
Because you're gambling on the weather.
Yeah.
That's not a smart thing to do, drifters.
No.
We gambled on the weekend. And we lost. Significantly.
In terms of fishing.
Yeah. Okay. No, good point. Well, talking about Cheerwolf then, if he's an all-star mile horse, is he not an Australian Cup horse?
Yeah, potentially, but what did he do? He went mile, didn't he? Doncaster into a King Charles.
Yeah. You want to see this horse over 2,000 metres, don't you?
Yeah. Seems like something Joe would do.
Yeah. Australia Cup.
Maybe.
Because
Australia Cup's been thin. Very thin.
very thin, and he's going to be in the Queen Elizabeth via Sistina. I wouldn't want to be taking that horse on over 2,000 metres at the moment, mate. I wouldn't want to be taking her on.
True. I reckon Joe is the type of character that would, though. Just go like, all right, where is this fucking thing at?
yeah, I actually want to find out.
Yeah. Because it's like, all right, I'll brain him in the mile.
Yeah.
What does this thing have at 2,000 metres?
Yeah.
I want to find out.
Yeah. If I'm going to win a Cox Plate, I need to find out sooner rather than later.
Exactly. And it's like, I don't think he won't be going to Queen Elizabeth. So, but how far out is a Queen Elizabeth? So 2 weeks out from Australia Cup. So I think Cascadian might have ran into like 4th or 5th after winning the Australia Cup.
Yep.
Pride Jenny obviously won the Queen Elizabeth after leading the Australia Cup.
Yep.
So it's been proven to happen.
The best thing about the Autumn Drifters is the Golden Slipper. But we were talking about Buffalo before, 100 to 1 in that market. Because we don't really know.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Stormboy put his hand up, I think.
Whenever the Magic Millions is.
Yeah, no, but prior to that.
Yeah.
Because he started around this time, and he started about $2 at Randwick one day.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm going to have a spec
Yeah.
that this thing's really good. And then he won by 6. I was like, well, that ticket's looking good. And it would look great. But then he obviously did nothing. So,
Yeah, bro's in the UK now. What the hell?
Yeah, I know. Crazy.
Sydney Cup.
Yeah, Gilded Water.
Yep.
Trying to think of others. Oh, Vauban. Honestly, I just think that's such a strange purchase.
2 million. You're basically saying like we need to win. We need to win at a minimum a Sydney Cup, basically, because otherwise, Jesus.
Severe Sustainer is $2 in Queen Elizabeth markets right now. Cheerwolf $7. $7. I think he would be the play. Now, what about? I was just thinking. Broadsiding. Randwick Guineas?
Yeah. If we're starting to get a wet autumn, I think Bro comes to the fore.
Sounds like you've really gone off him.
You're right. I think you're right. I was wrong. I think he's a horse who he's clearly good enough to get over good ground and beat up on his own age group. I think for him to be a lock, though, he needs it wet. Like, I think that Golden Rose showed that was his best run of the prep over probably an unsuitable distance, but he got the deck that he wanted. I don't think he likes it hard at all. I just think it because he's not a sharp turner foot horse. He's a bulldog, and that suits wet decks because he can sink his teeth into them. I'm still a fan. I really like the horse. I really like broadsiding, but he's not Animo.
No way. All right.
He looked destiny in the face and he won.
What's the race for Militarize in the autumn?
He's the horse I was talking about him so much yesterday. So much. I was like, how good's this thing going to be gelded? Like it could literally be the guy who comes in and beats up on all these average weight for age horses, like says, see you bright side. Like he's a 2-length better horse as a gelding. Well, he's better than most of the things we have. It'd be a travesty for him not to be in a Queen Elizabeth. 2,000 metres.
Yep.
Son of done deal.
Okay.
Because his rating, like what happens to a horse that's retired to stud and comes back? What happens to their rating? It remains the same, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Wouldn't have gone backwards by too much. So you put him in a Doncaster, he's probably got 56 kilos.
For a Donny, yeah. I could see Chris Waller going like, you know what is thin? What's a thin race each year? The Rambit.
Yeah.
I could see him going to there, something like that.
Yeah. That's a good point. I also was wondering about him yesterday, like China Horse Club, Newgate, what have you, like what are they in it for? Stallions. He's gelded. I know they race some still that are gelded. King of Sparta comes to mind. Do they retain the ownership? And they just race him as a flagship for Newgate, you know what I mean?
Probably. Yeah. Especially with like the likes of Yulong coming in.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think it's honestly, it's just better. It's a marketing tool almost.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
They say, you know, this guy was a pin-up stallion for us who just shooting blanks. He's beaten up on all these.
Yeah.
Son of done deal. Have they reached out to Bonho yet? Have they inquired about Celestial Legend yet? If there's an announcement and it's Celestial Legend is on the roster for Newgate, I'm officially better than everyone else.
I will have to cut that up.
Like, because it
with
just makes sense.
With a timestamp.
It makes sense to me.
We should have got a newspaper. It's like, this is when he said it. Yeah.
But no, that's a really good point about Militarize. I'm excited to see him back.
Yeah.
I hope he comes back a better horse because he's been gelded. It's what we need.
Thinking of early autumn sprints and a horse who I thought would have run super in an Everest, Traffic Warden. A new market for him as well?
Because his handicap wouldn't be that bad.
No.
Because what's he done? Ran second in a Golden Rose, ran second in a Size Produce. So yeah, his handicap wouldn't be that bad.
Won a Group 2. So if I'm thinking of the Lofty Strike In Secret year.
Yep.
I think In Secret had 1 kilo, 2 kilos more than Lofty Strike.
Yeah.
And she was a filly, obviously.
Yeah.
So you'd probably be in that sort of situation.
Yeah.
Him and very similar weights if Lady of Camelot went there, I'd say.
Yep. Okay, well, Growing Empire? He hasn't won a Group 1. Would he be in that race?
Yeah. It's
Probably.
going to be a great race.
What's Switzerland going to do? He's probably going to go to a TJ, isn't he?
Yeah. Yep.
And that'll be his last race. Unless they take him to Royal Ascot.
Yeah. And then, I think the Moonee Valley Group 1's Barrack Hill. That's where he'll be
bounce
going.
back. Freshen up.
Yep.
Freshen up. Round Ben.
Yeah. I just hope he's not flash in the pan.
Yeah.
6-year-old.
Eric the Eel. Eric the Barrack Eel.
Because I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I like him.
I was off him yesterday just because
He was over the hill, mate.
Yeah.
He was over the hill. We knew that.
Yeah.
We knew that. And as soon as Team Green's giving you $6, you're like, okay, he's not winning.
Yeah, they should just make them the lay of the day.
Yeah.
They rarely miss.
Yeah. They rarely miss.
Really miss. All right, so that's some place.
Yeah, there's some for you, drifters.
We're not going to go through every single race.
No.
We might bring that back in the autumn, though.
Yeah, like
our
that.
futures previews.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I feel like more than anything, we just forgot about them this year.
Yeah.
This,
yep.
this,
Absolutely.
this
Just
spring.
had a bit on.
Yeah.
Just had a bit on, drifters.
Yeah. All right. Oh, Vinery, Autumn Glow.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah, mate. The daughter of the autumn sun. She'll be winning that.
All right. That's all. We'll see you Wednesday. What is it? Winterbottom next week?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I believe Overpass is going to that.
But he hasn't raced since Everest Day, has he? Oh, fuck.
He has.
Lol.
All right.
See you,
Hooroo.
drifters.